Welcome aboard. It's Captain G and Eggman to Operation Ultra 4.3 and 4.4, the CCP and the USSR. The CCP came into this turn with 6 IPP that conveniently pays for 2 infantry, leaving none. And Russia comes into this turn, the Soviets, with 42 IPP. We're spending 18 on 6 infantry. We're spending 12 on 2 heavy artillery, replacing those lost with the 3rd Shock Army. We're doing 6 for the KVT-2 heavy tank at 6, and then 2 guards infantry for 6. That's a total of 42. And these are to remind me that we have some scorched earth to do during our turn as well. But let's wait for the Soviet turn. Let's go back to the CCP. So the CCP does have 1 combat. These liberators in Charhar will move into Dahlia and spread Chairman Mao's message further inland and to the coast even. So that moves the Japanese down 1, and that moves the CCP up 1. So we should be at 6 right now. 1/11th of the strength of Japan, more or less. All right, so that completes their turn. No non-combat moves and no other combat. So we're going to place the 2 infantry into Yunnan. That gives us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry and an artillery. We collect 6. And that'll be our cash on hand for next turn. All right, Soviets. So, the beginning of the turn, we are declaring war on Japan, and to bring us into total alignment and agreement with our Americans and British and Free French allies. So we declare war on the Axis. We're already at war with Germany. We declare war on Japan as well. And as such, our first combat move, we're going to dispatch from Vladivostok the 1st Soviet Volunteer Brigade moving into Manchuria to spread Comrade Stalin's message. So that takes us from 45 to 46 in our income. Additionally, in the extreme north, is this in camera? All the way up here in C-Zone 8, this lone German transport, which snuck past the Soviet fleet, we are dispatching 1 submarine to attack that, and that is our only combat role and the last of our combat movements. The rest are non-combat. So the submarine attacks at a 4, and which is a white dice, and here we can just roll it here. Can you see that? So we'll roll the white dice at a 4. 4. Very good. So that's a surprise attack, and that finishes off the transport. All right. Nice roll, Egg. Okay. That completes all of the combat moves. Non-combat moves. So the Soviets... short a symbol. The Soviets are going to move into Iran from Baku to spread communism to northwest Iran and to bring the Allies together here. And what this does is this has the effect of completing the bonus for the Soviets and for the United Kingdom. We are sharing this +5 bonus. So both the Soviets will collect 5 for having an equal partnership piece, as well as our UK brethren. So that's our first non-combat. We are also taking the anti-aircraft gun in Stalingrad and moving it to South Kazakhstan. We're sending this train, armor train from Leningrad, 1, 2, 3, 4, to join it in South Kazakhstan. In Kharkov, we're moving 1 infantry forward to eastern Ukraine to attack the fascist invaders, drive them from our lands. Good job, guys. Good luck. The second second Leningrad Army Group is going to tactically try to encircle by swinging around towards Novgorod. So in Stalingrad, we are leaving 1 infantry. 1 infantry we're leaving in Stalingrad. And I guess at this time, because I can see the pieces, I don't know if this was supposed to be before or after. I think it's at the beginning of the turn, which is what I announced. This guy is busy sabotaging the port and the airfield, while this guy in Kiev is destroying that airfield. So I'm covering them up, and I'm using the same color piece so that way I know what's underneath and destroyed. So those 3 are the scorched earth. The second army that moved to Novgorod, all the aircraft are just going to continue to Moscow. They're not going to fly through the mud like their ground pounding comrades. And I don't know if the Moscow Defense Army is visible or not, but okay. So Leningrad to Novgorod, 4 guards, 1 airborne, 1 light tank, 1 KV-2, and 2 medium armor. That's in the second army group.
Move the infantry from Moscow over.
All of them?
Yeah.
All right. So they will be joined halfway by these 7 infantry coming out of Moscow to join them. And then 2 artillery in Western Russia will also move to the second. All right. And we moved him up. We moved him up. All right. I think... Oh, and then do we move this in the west? Can they see the west? Or the east? I look at the map upside down. I get it all wrong. So in Yakut, we're going to move these 5 infantry and artillery to Burlyata, followed by the AA to Yakut. Okay? I should have done that before I moved over here. And then the final movement, taking you on the opposite side of the world. I'm sorry, the fleet in C-Zone 6, because I didn't want to forget the fleet again. 1 to C-Zone 4, 2 to C-Zone 2. Up here to defend the Danish, Greenland, and Iceland Straits for communism. All right. I'm pretty sure that's it because these guys are busy engaged at the front. So that completes our non-combat move. So let's go to place new units. Bring this back. Oops. Moscow has a build capacity of 10. So replacing the 2 guards. That's 2. Replacing the 6 infantry, that's 8. And the 2 artillery, that's 9, that's 10. And this tank we'll put in Leningrad, or Stalingrad, sorry. The KV-2 we'll put in Stalingrad. All right, that completes that phase of the game. We're already at war with the Axis. Now we're at the end of the turn. We are going to collect income. So, as I said, we were at 45 because our wartime production, which we jumped to when the fascists invaded, take us to 48. Then we backed off 1 for Murmansk, 1 for West, and 1 from Belarusia. So that's a total of 3, which got us to the 45. We've now expanded that. The empire is growing by taking Manchuria. That takes us to 46. So we are at 46 right now. Oh, sorry. Okay. 25, 26, 36, 46. And then we get bonuses. We get 5 bonus for the Middle East that we share that bonus with our allies. And then we get a bonus of 6 for having 2 out of the 3 areas, Leningrad, Stalingrad, and Archangel. So all these messes are 25, 35, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57. Did I do that right? 25, 35, 45. Oh, these are 5s, not 10. 45, 50, 55, 56, 57. Yeah, all right. I counted it before and I didn't get that number, so I counted it before wrong. So that's perfect. All right, so that ends our turn. Next up is Hambone and the British Commonwealth. For Eggman, I'm Captain G. Over and out.